where do I stand now? Where on the spectrum of he's the greatest ever, he's overrated? As I say, I started the video pretty much slap bang in the middle. Previously, I would have been more towards this way, if I'm perfectly honest. I think now, today's episode could be somewhat controversial. Buddy Rich is a drummer that people have very strong feelings about, generally speaking. You're either in one of three camps. You either love him, you think he's the best drummer to have ever lived. The other end of the spectrum, you've got people who think he's overrated and he, nowhere near as good as people think he is. And then you've got people like me in the middle who are kind of like, whatever, not really bothered. Undoubtedly had a huge impact on drumming. He's one of like him, Gene Krupa, and I don't know, who's that other guy that they talk about in Whiplash. There's clearly, I'm good with drumming history, as you can tell. Yeah, he's just one of those names that's like, he's known as like a deity in drumming. Just one of the first big like household name drummers was Buddy Rich. And today we're going to take a look at a solo from 1974, a long time ago now. And yeah, I'm really interested to see this video. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I've never really gone too big on Buddy Rich's stuff. So yeah, let's see if I end up in one of these two camps by the end of this video. Let's get going. Okay, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. But that was a very cool start, I have to say. Wow, did he? That was very cool. Using his, he's about to do it again. Using his right hand as like a second kick pedal. Very. I feel like, sorry, I'm probably much louder than him. Let's bring the volume. You probably can't even see me now. Bring the volume right down to the microphone. Yeah, very cool. I'm very impressed with this so far. Just yeah, very impressed. Kind of iconic BR in the Shield. Gene Krupa had the same thing, of course. How low down his hi-hat is. pause it there for a minute. I considered pausing it for a second a minute ago. I considered pausing it for a minute a second ago. One of the reasons I think Buddy Rich is so divisive is because his opinions himself were quite divisive, and over time people have kind of looked back at his opinions and some of the things he said about drumming, specifically about grip. I think he was quite outspoken when it came to grip. He's I don't know what the exact quotes were, but he quite often said things along the lines of, if you don't use the traditional grip with at least your left hand, then like you're not a real drummer or something like that. Whereas in this day and age, 99% of drummers play match. So yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons that people kind of look at him, especially if you're in this side of the, he's so overrated. It's because opinionated people, if you don't agree with their opinions, generally you just dislike them as a person. I think Anthony Fantano is a great example of that. If you don't like one of his album reviews, then most people tend to go, oh, he's trash, he knows nothing. But anyway, that's a massively different conversation. Back to Buddy Rich. Also known for his love of, as we've seen in this video, just simply playing between hi-hat, snare. Use of kick drum is quite minimal. It's also quite low down as well in terms of the volume and within the mix. He's got an incredible right foot when it comes to dynamics. Like, again, in this day and age, the kick is not generally used dynamically. It's just kind of there as a kick drum. It has its many uses. But Buddy is a drummer who used it in a very musical and dynamic way that I think is something you don't really see too often these days. He's just quite an opinionated guy. I think he was known for being quite an aggressive, angry man as well, someone that you don't want to cross. So I think maybe that's, his opinions and his actions as a person have maybe reflected badly over the years, which is why some people are quick to dismiss him as a good drummer or even a great drummer. But while I'm watching this, I can feel myself slowly becoming more within the camp of, oh my god, this guy's insane. I have watched Buddy Rich videos before, and I used to be more towards the side of, oh, he's quite overrated. And I think the more you get into... Sorry, I've been paused for a long time now. I think the more you get into drumming, the more you can kind of pick out the niche aspects to things and the really kind of the nuances behind the playing, and you can appreciate them more. The more you know, the more you can interpret, and the more you can understand, the more you can enjoy from watching a performance like this. Whereas if you're just starting out, you might just look at this and think, oh, all he's doing is he's just playing on the snare over and over again. But then you learn kind of the ins and outs, the intricacies of what he's doing, and it becomes all the more impressive. I hope that point comes across how I mean it to. I'm not saying that, beginner drummers are stupid by any means or whatever, however you could misconstrue that comment. I really hope my point comes across. But let's keep going, because that was a really long pause. I'm sorry for that. Let's just try and go straight through to the end now. Just even that alone. That's so sick. That is so sick. He has this wonderful, lazy look about him as well while he's playing, like effortless look. I mean, not right now. It's a really bad time to make that point. But when he kind of just throws his right hand out to his floor tom or whatever, it just looks so effortless. Also, what happened to Slingerland? Are they still going? Oh. Look at his wrist movement, it's captivating. The whole performance has been very captivating, to be honest. Although I don't know if you can quantify captivating. Surely something's either captivating or not. I don't know if something can be very captivating. Anyway, shut up. The angle at which he's playing now. Sorry. Traditional grip. Wow, that is very cool. What's he going to do next? Very cool. I feel like that solo's got to be the main inspiration to Damien Chazelle for that closing scene in Whiplash, surely. It's very musically similar, especially with the closing couple of minutes there where it was so quiet, almost to the point where nothing was happening. The audience was dead quiet, just this slowly, like, continuous drum roll. I know Buddy moved his to the rim as well. Yeah, that felt like maybe Damien Chazelle owes some credits there to the Buddy Rich Foundation, presuming that's a thing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Where do I stand now? Where on the spectrum of he's the greatest ever, he's overrated? As I say, I started the video pretty much slap bang in the middle. Previously, I would have been more towards this way, if I'm perfectly honest. I think now I'm definitely edging more towards the... I don't think he's the greatest drummer ever, but I also think that's a completely ridiculous thing to throw at anyone, because the variety in drumming and in music in general, it's ridiculous to crown the best ever drummer, because, you know, one man's Matt Garstka is another man's, I don't know, who's totally different to Matt, like Aaron Spears or something, I don't know. Maybe not the two best examples I could have come up with, but off the top of my head, anyway. So yeah, to that point of is he the greatest drummer to have ever lived? You can't really answer that question because not only are opinions different, but styles are different. Music is different. But I think for the time, 1974, doing this kind of stuff, like the tricks as well with the using this his left hand, like playing the stick, not playing the drum, using the stick to play the drum. I mean, like, you know, hitting the left stick with his right stick to play the snare. You don't see stuff like that much these days, let alone in 1974. So I think credit where credit is due. Buddy Rich is undoubtedly, I mean, of his generation, is he the best? I don't know enough about Gene Krupa to make that comment, but then again, it kind of ties into what I was saying a minute ago about crowning an overall winner. It's kind of pointless. But does he deserve the recognition and the praise that is constantly heaped on him from all corners of the drumming world? Yes. In an answer, yes, he does. And if you disagree with that, then I don't know what to tell you. You're kind of just wrong, really. Anyway, I said this was going to be an interesting video that splits opinions. Let me know what you guys think. I am genuinely curious. If you either side, you know, if you think he's the greatest ever, I would love to know why. If you think he's overrated, I would also love to know why. Or even if you're just in the middle, let me know what you think after checking out that solo. If you like my video, leave a like. It'd be really appreciated. Go and like the original as well. It will be linked in the description. It's on Drummer World, which is a great channel, so go and support it. And yeah, leave your suggestions in the comment section. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.